Welcome to the Joslyn Friday Interview Show. My name is Jack Newby. I'm the Executive Director here at the Joslyn Center. Before we get into our interview part of it, I just wanted to update you on some of the programs and services that you can access here at the Joslyn Center. Our Go for Life exercise program, we have Monday through Thursday at 8 o'clock. That's a great exercise program. It's evidence-based from the National Council on Aging and a great leader of that program, Jose. Also, our counseling program, Brain Boot Camp, and Aging Mastery programs in our Wellness Center, and especially with all the stresses and anxiety that everyone's experiencing right now with this resurgence of COVID, we're seeing a lot of people that need maybe a little help getting through that. So if you want to have some counseling, we have licensed and registered counselors on staff who can help you get through whatever problem you're having, whether it's a relationship problem, anxiety and concerns about COVID, issues with your family, whatever it is, they are prepared to help you with that problem. Also, I invite you to look at joslyncenter.org and look at the programs tab. And if you want to look at our virtual programs, you can register for that by just providing your email, and you will get a monthly calendar of our virtual programs. And that's for those of you that may be homebound because of disability or for some other reason, concerns about getting out too much in this current environment, or you just want to engage in activities and programs while you're at home. We are able to do that through our Joslyn television. And finally, you can come here every Wednesday and watch movies. So I invite you to visit us at joslyncenter.org and find out all the things that are happening at the Joslyn Center. So today we have an interview and it's with Denise Woodruff of the Mizell Center. And Denise will be joining us in just a moment. And she's going to talk about the case management program that's available to you through the Mizell Center, and we are also working with them to provide that to our members of our community here around the Joslyn Center. So Denise, hopefully you can hear me. There you are.
Hi.
Hi, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing great, Jack. How are you?
Good. So what I'd like to do as we start, people like to kind of know who it is we're talking with. So if you could tell me a little bit about your background and experience in case management, and what brought you to this position at the Mizell Center.
Yeah, so most of my background in case management has been in permanent supportive housing. I've worked a lot with the county and various entities and nonprofits. Worked a lot with the homeless community, and then just providing wraparound services, which is kind of what brought me to the Mizell Center. I gained some experience in learning how to apply for Social Security benefits, Medi-Cal, all of the different government assistance programs, as well as, the resources available for housing and affordable housing. There's also a lot of legal resources that I know of and can provide to people that are free or low cost, and just navigating different systems. A lot of times in case management, you're you come with some knowledge, but you're learning every single day about new resources and whatnot. And so I come with an open mind, and if it's something that I'm not familiar with, I can quickly learn and gather that information and help the client. So that is what I provide as a service, and my case management team provides. We are currently serving the entire Coachella Valley, and we're happy to do so.
So we've used the term case management. So tell us what that means so people can understand it. It's, connecting people with resources is, I think, the kind of shorthand for it. But
Right.
Exactly what is case management? How long is a client working with you, that sort of thing?
Yeah. So the client can work with us as long as they need to in order for us to complete the task, the goals that we have identified that they need. Case management is really just a social service program. I think that's more of a familiar term for people, but we walk clients through the process and fill out paperwork with them and sometimes for them in order to get whatever service it is that they're needing. You know, transportation is another one, caregiving services, just, you know, tons of different services. So we're not just giving out a phone number and saying, oh, call these people or call that person. If we give out a resource, it's because we've already connected with that entity or agency and know that is a viable source and what the requirements are in order for someone to get services. So if we are going to connect someone somewhere, we know that there's a high possibility that either they'll be able to help them or you know, we will assist them with getting connected to that person and getting the service that they need.
And that's, you know, really important, especially dealing with the senior community. So much now is online, and so many who may need those services are not tech savvy. Just this morning, we had a person come in almost in tears because they had been trying for days to try to get an appointment for a COVID test. And they just couldn't navigate the, you know, what was happening. And so we really, you know, recognize that. And that's why we're so glad to have the Mizell Case Management Services here at the Joslyn Center. So how long have you been providing these case management services through the Mizell Center?
For 11 months. So I started here in February of 2021, and we are serving through a Desert Healthcare District grant that we've received. So yes, and we go to all of the different senior centers, and that's, you know, part of how we can assist so many people. We have assisted over 300 seniors since last February here in the Coachella Valley. So, you know, we're working hard, and we've developed a lot of really good relationships with other partners who actually look to us sometimes to helping them as well. It's a big collaboration. I'm huge on collaboration, you know, which is why I've reached out to the Joslyn Center too. And as far as I'm concerned, we're all partners since we're serving the same population. So,
well, and I think it's important what you said about, you know, the difference between providing someone a number or a website and they're on their own, and kind of that high touch, warm handoff, and making sure. Now, as I understand, you follow up on the referral as well to make sure that it's working for them.
yes, absolutely. Yes. So some services, like if you're applying for food stamps or Medi-Cal or SSI, you know, it takes at least 30 days mostly, you know, and so there's some follow-up. We list ourselves as an authorized rep so that the worker on the other side will contact us and give us updates. And if there's more information that the client needs to provide, we work with the client to get that. So we just kind of alleviate some of the stress from the client to get the service that they're looking for. And yes, we do make sure that we see it through until completion. And, you know, just take it from there.
Now, as part of this program, do you have any program requirements in terms of who is eligible to access, that sort of thing?
Yeah, so the only program requirement is that someone is 62 years of age or older and has chronic health problems, which mean that could mean someone has arthritis or diabetes, or, you know, just something that some sort of an ailment that is going to last for a year or longer. Which, you know, I mean, I think everybody kind of has that. So that hasn't been a huge deterrent for us. But yes, 62 or older.
Okay. So, you know, one of the things we're looking at here in the Coachella Valley is looking at the historically underserved communities. So particularly the Hispanic Latino communities. Are people able to access your program if Spanish is their more comfortable language or their primary language?
Absolutely. We have recently welcomed a bilingual case manager to our staff. So we can assist, English speaking, Spanish speaking. Yes, we have a big presence already, even before we had our bilingual case manager. We have a big presence in Indio. However, now that we do have a bilingual case manager, we're looking to expand and collaborate with even more agencies in the East Valley.
So we've been talking about your program, and people may be interested in how to access it, either for themselves or for a neighbor or relative. So how would people get in touch with you to access this program?
The best way is just to call us and just ask for case management. I can give the phone number, which is 760-323-5689, and just ask for case management, and you'll reach either myself or April, who is the bilingual case manager.
Okay, so what is that number again?
760-323-5689.
And for, as I understand, you're at Indio, Cathedral City, Desert Hot Springs, and now the Joslyn Center. So how do people access those, your services at those locations?
They can, if they're familiar with a particular senior center, you can just contact the senior center and ask about my services. That center will refer you to me, give you my phone number. If you're more comfortable, they can just take your information down, and then that center will contact case management, and then we'll reach out to you.
And do you have regular days or appointments that you take at those senior centers?
Yes. So we are at the Desert Hot Springs Senior Center the first and third Wednesdays from 11 to 1. We're at the Joslyn Center on the second and fourth Tuesdays from 10 to noon. The Cathedral City Senior Center, the first and third Tuesday from 10 to noon. And every Thursday at the Indio Senior Center from 10 to noon.
Okay. So if people want to access your services at those locations, they contact that senior center and make an appointment?
Yes, yeah, they can contact the senior center, make an appointment. Of course, if it's kind of a last minute thing, you can always just drop in during those hours, and we'll be sure to see you or make some sort of arrangements to see you in the near future. And for our homebound clients, people who just really can't get out of the house, we do home visits.
Okay, that's good to know. So you said you've been in doing this for about 11 months and served over 300 clients. What is your feedback from the clients? Are you getting feedback from them?
Yes. So when we close a file, we do send end of program surveys, and it's been great. People are just so thankful. We get lots of thank you cards in the mail. My background is blurred, but there's a board behind me with thank you cards, and people want to give gifts and make crochet crochet items for us, and they're just so grateful. So yeah, it's a good feeling to know that we're really helping people and making a difference in people's lives.
Well, it's a great service to see out there in the community, and certainly much needed, as shown by the number of clients you've seen over this time. So again, what's that phone number where they can reach you?
It's 760-323-5689.
Okay, or they can contact their local senior center for an appointment. So Denise, I want to thank you for letting us learn about the Mizell Center Case Management Program and the work that you do. Any last words for us?
No, just if you're not sure if you're kind of navigating something and you're just wanting to even bounce the idea off of us and just say, hey, I'm kind of thinking of this. Do you think that this service is a possibility? Just give us a call. We can try to point you in the right direction or take you on as a client.
Well, that's also good to know. It just sometimes people need that little extra bit of help or understanding of what it is they're looking at. Okay, Denise, I want to thank you. Wish you a very happy weekend and a happy new year. And thank you for giving us information on the case management program on our Interview Friday show.
Thank you, Jack. It's been great being here.
Okay, have a great weekend. And for our audience, we'll see you next Friday at 11 o'clock. Thank you.